So here at Worlds of Fun for Haunt, gonna use the Oceans of Fun entrance. They have the Oceans of Fun entrance open for Haunt. Can't get into the water park, but you just take that pathway. Well, they have the Oceans of Fun parking lot open for Haunt nights, but it's kind of weird. No one is manning the toll gates. Well, since I came in on this side, I started off with Mamba. Short line, but it's growing quick. And that music means a parade of monsters. I'm a long ways from that. Time to get my first meal, but Mamba, this thing, if it keeps riding like that, this is gonna keep moving up every list there is. This is so awesome when that mid-course is barely hitting. And in the magic seat, row 3. But my gosh, that airtime is incredible. Yeah, Phantom's Revenge, yeah, forget that. Mamba's where it's at for Morgan's. I'm just kidding, of course, Phantom's Revenge is better, but especially for that setting. An argument can be made for the quality of the airtime of this, at least approaching Phantom's Revenge level. Oh, good business for Worlds of Fun today. This is the busiest I've ever seen it. Prowler was the longest line in the park. Prowler was about 2 hours, a little more. Timberwolf I got on in 10 minutes. Mamba looked to be a little over an hour. So out here below Mamba, we got this. And this is the last day for Haunt. So it's kind of irrelevant at this point for the rest of this year, but notes for next year. This parking lot will probably be open. Getting out of the other parking lot is a nightmare, especially if you leave when everyone else is leaving. And Prowler with a full queue. I've been here on super busy days where this is like a 5 to 10 minute wait. It is so crazy to see it with hour to 2 hour wait. I think the most I've ever seen for this is a half hour, and that has been on Haunt Saturday night last year on this exact same day, actually. If they are really cranking it on the operations, and we're talking maybe an hour and a half. Not that Prowler's not worth it, it's just that I know I can come here at times when it's a walk-on. So basically what that means is that this park is getting to be a lot more crowded than in past years. In just 1 year, they have seen a huge attendance increase. I am glad they're investing in the park, but this is what happens as a result.
Water in the morning, afternoon, in the evening. That's because Eli needs that water course. He blasts you off 160 feet straight up. And well, we all know what goes up must come down. So get ready to blast off on the detonator. Also, natural wooden terrain. It features the 85-foot drop high-speed zen ground hugging curves. Are you ready to become prey of the beast and ride the Prowler? Hey, there's a little shack there on the right. We're passing. That's where those outlaws used to hang out. No good guys, but like I said, Derek Gale. So that's gonna be exciting. Also, off on the right,
Just groundwork still.
the boomerang. Yeah, boomerang takes right by surprise, but it leaves the station backwards, climbing.
But more groundwork than a month and a half ago.
You do 6 inversions at 60 miles per hour. Well, no, you'll make it like a boomerang and be back for more. We're climbing back to the depot, and that will conclude our tour of Worlds of Fun. Now that everyone.
Well, I am cutting today way short. Every ride is about 2 to 3 hours, except the train ride. I was able to get right on the next train. That's pretty crazy, and it's only going to get longer as the night progresses, because Haunt just started, and people come to Worlds of Fun Haunt not for the scary stuff. They come for the roller coasters. I want to tell them that, hey, you know, you could come to the park any other time and have much shorter lines. The haunted houses and stuff like that don't seem to have much of a line. You might wait about 10 minutes for a haunted house, but you wait 2 to 3 hours for a roller coaster, because people come for the roller coasters during Haunt. It's weird. What's really weird is kind of what I touched on earlier, is that last year I came on this exact same weekend and lines were not like this at all. I was pretty loose and laid back on that visit as well. I didn't care how much I got done, but I got on a few rides. But between yesterday and today, I've gotten 3 roller coaster rides, plus the train ride, and 2 shows. I'm using the main entrance this time, because it's a Sunday, a non-haunt Sunday. It's taken me 20 minutes to get as much done as I did on Friday and Saturday combined. Park has been open for 42 minutes and I already got 5 rides on Patriot. That would have taken 10 hours yesterday. So I did 4 rides between Friday and Saturday, and I've already got 5 rides done today in under an hour. And I did do my first meal before the park even opened. There is a pizza stand in the front of the park before they rope it off, and it opens early. So got my first meal at 10:45. Works for me because I pretty much need to be out of here by 3, so I'll be able to get my second meal. So during the daytime, they do the family-friendly stuff, just like trick-or-treating. No scary stuff in the daytime. So a little over an hour and a half, 5 rides on Patriot, 3 on Timberwolf. Timberwolf's riding great today, as long as you're not on a wheel seat. And I did the drop tower. And this show, they do have showings on Sunday. Sort of construction update, just groundwork. I see some, I think those are workers over there. It looks like that might be Worlds of Fun jackets, but not in construction gear though. I think they're gonna wait for the season to end before they really start putting things up. No Christmas stuff this year for Worlds of Fun, so my guess is they'll start going vertical after the season is over. Track pieces seem to be laying out in the Oceans of Fun parking lot. A lot of groundwork has been done, and hopefully in Cedar Fair tradition, it'll be ready to go on opening day in the spring. I got 5 laps in on Mamba in about an hour. Still not much of any line. May have to wait an extra train or 2. Today you may have to wait 2 or 3 trains instead of 2 or 3 hours like yesterday. Hey, I'll take advantage of that on these Sundays, on these non-haunt Sundays. So I've been here all weekend, still haven't ridden Prowler. This is the ride I'm usually able to marathon even on busy days, but not this weekend. In fact, again, looks like it has the longest line in the park. Okay, never mind. I was sitting on the train. We're about to dispatch. The sensors were saying that the exit gates were open even though they were closed, and they could not get the computer to work right. My favorite ride at the park, one of my favorite wood coasters of all. I'm the biggest Prowler fan there is. I thought I was gonna get 0 rides on Prowler this weekend. I was here the entire weekend and that was my first ride. It is so cool riding it right now with all the trees losing their leaves. I think it's better when the trees are in full bloom, but it looks cool right now with the leaves changing colors, and it is something a little different. with the trees stripped of their leaves, at least some of them, it just gives it a different look, a different feel that you can only get this time of year, really. Business is starting to pick up here at Prowler again, and I have to leave pretty soon, so I might as well just head on out. I got 3 rides, better than 0. I thought I was gonna get 0 there for a little bit when it broke down. And today, Prowler's the longest line in the park. So I think the secret is out. Everyone knows that this is the best ride in the park, and its days of being the shortest line of the major coasters might be over. Or maybe that's just what's going on this weekend, who knows. Now normally, in my experience, Patriot is the longest line in the park. It's the slowest moving line too. It seems like Prowler, even though it seats 4 fewer people per train, seems like it pushes people through quicker. They do real good on Prowler when it doesn't break down.